I'm noticing a new trend in the real estate market here in the area that I service, beautiful Surrey, BC. But not just in this city, because this trend is starting to happen across the entire lower mainland and into the Fraser Valley. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I see happening, why I think it may become the backbone of the 2024 spring real estate market, and how identifying this trend might help you take advantage of the market. But of course, the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board has just released their latest statistics package, so that makes this the Surrey Report. And as we do every single month, here are the most recent real estate prices for the City of Surrey.
Happy New Year, everyone. Moving on to our detached market, for the month of December, we saw 125 sales. That is up 21.6% from the 102 sales we've seen from the same period last year. Our benchmark price is $1,600,000. That is down 1.6% month over month, but still up 6.4% year over year.
Townhouses saw a benchmark price of $852,800. That is down 1.7% since last month and up 5.4% since last year.
And in condos, benchmark price is around $529,000. Now that's a 1.1% decrease month over month, but it's a 5.9% increase year over year.
Now, if you enjoy staying up to date on pricing here in the City of Surrey, or you want to learn more about real estate and current market conditions, please subscribe, as it means a whole lot to me and it really helps grow this channel. And if you have already subscribed and you just really like clicking buttons, please go ahead and also click the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because that will not only help me get this video out to more amazing people like you, but it will also help change the color of the thumb logo on your screen. And of course, after you download my free Informed Buyer's Guide using the link down below, you can also book a call with me if you need help and would like to explore hiring my team for your transaction. And now with that out of the way, let's talk about the market. Specifically, the number one trend I am seeing in the market early this year. Now, this is for sure anecdotal, but I've been selling real estate since 2008. And this trend used to be much more frequent. But with current housing prices, specifically since 2018 or so until present, this one trend or this one transactional situation was quite scarce. And that particular transaction was the move-up buyer. But no, not just someone moving from one asset class to another. More specifically right now, the move-up buyer from a townhome to a detached home, or what we call single family. You see, since March of 2022, when home prices peaked and the cost of mortgage payments skyrocketed for many Canadians as much as 30%, the single family home quickly became out of reach for most families looking to upsize. Instead, sure, these properties were still selling, but now more to investors with little or no financing, people relocating into my market, say from the city, now here to the suburbs, meaning that they probably sold a higher priced property somewhere else to move to this more affordable area of the Fraser Valley, or mostly recent permanent residents from China, India, and of course the US, who brought with them lots of money from other countries. You see, the Canadian family that bought a townhouse for, say, $334,000 in 2013, sure, their home at the peak of the market may have been valued at as much as $979,000. But there is no way at that time that they could double their home price in order to jump up to that almost $1.9 million benchmark price at the peak in detached housing. And if you look at average price, because you don't like benchmark, well, that was even more than double at that time. The prices just got too high, and the interest payments right along with them. And then add on top of that, while the detached market did at that time correct heavily, or even one might say crash, any savings of that price was quickly eaten up in new higher mortgage payments that just kept seemingly growing and growing, keeping those prices in those homes out of touch. But recently, specifically since September of this last year, something has changed. Well, actually, three things have changed. First, because lending got so expensive, prices peaked again this last June and then started to take a real fall in September. But those months are actually both relevant in a completely different way. That's because second, interest rates shifted up first and then came down. Again, at the peak in June, clients that I had were funding their purchases at 4.79% or so with 5-year fixed money. But in September, most of those rate holds had expired, and with bond yields spiking, new buyers coming to the market had to secure financing at 6.39%. And those essentially then redropped those kind of half-recovered home prices that were all the way back up at about $1.8 million, down to the new market values hovering around 1.6, or devaluing an average of $233,108 in only 6 months. But then, about December 15th or so, the third thing started to happen, and that is a shift in buyer sentiment. Buyers, or I guess more specifically, current townhome owners who wanted to become detached home buyers, started to look at the numbers, and well, they started to wonder if now might be the right time to finally make the move upwards. But how can they do that? Because money is still really expensive, right? Well, yeah, relative to the last 20 years, interest rates are high. But now we are starting to see, again, 5-year money offered by the big banks as low as 5.09%, or sometimes a little less, which isn't relatively great as compared to the last 10 or 15 years. But it's a whole lot better than 6.39% that was available this last fall. But here is what is really driving the trend of these people hoping to make the jump. You see, townhome owners were noticing that while home prices have fallen in the detached market by around $230,000 or more, the townhouse market at the same time had only corrected from just under $900,000 to now about $840,000, or only about a $60,000 drop, essentially making the home purchase in theory about $170,000 cheaper, let's call it, than just 6 months ago, saving as much as, let's say, $1,062 per month just on the price drop, as well as another $82 per month for every $100,000 borrowed on the new mortgage. And although, sure, home prices are still relatively expensive and rates are still relatively high, townhome owners making this move now will likely be saving upwards of $1,636 per month compared to the exact same move that they may have made this last summer or early fall. And that is why almost every single client we have had reach out to us over the last couple of weeks is looking to move from a townhome to a detached home in the Fraser Valley. But be warned, because one thing I know about real estate is as soon as some people start thinking, hey, maybe this move could happen, maybe the market's getting good again, well, everyone else will soon seem to follow. So you shouldn't probably expect this opportunity to last for too long into the spring market. And before you know it, with rates returning back to last spring's level and an extra million or more people in the country compared to this time last year, we could see the market, and particularly the detached market, start to climb again, just like it did 12 months ago. Now, if this situation sounds like one you find yourself in, and you want to see if you can make detached home ownership a reality, well, you can book a call with me right now using the link in the description below at a time that works best for you. Thank you for subscribing, clicking the like button, and we'll see you in a couple of days.